Welcome everyone to our pre-full moon garden visualization in Cancer. Let's continue to build our healing garden as a group. At some point within the 12 hours prior to each full moon, meeting DK there as a group, turning our garden into a shrine of consecration and intending to offer our group as a chalice for the love and life of hierarchy and the Christ to be poured in selfless service to humanity. So let's gather in our garden. But before we do so, let's align with our own soul. Start with aligning with your own soul. So raise the consciousness into the head, as high in the head as you can. Then carry that consciousness upward through the astral body, through the mental body, then to the soul. Visualize a lotus fully open, scintillating with light as a symbol of your soul body. And now place yourself right in the center of your lotus and realize that you, the personality, and you, the soul, are one in consciousness. From that point, definitely and consciously assume the attitude of the observer. Be objective and detached as you observe your personality below. Visualize your etheric body and see energy flowing freely up and down your etheric spine. And now consciously throw soul energy down into the center at the base of the spine. You may use indigo blue light if you don't know the color of your soul ray. And now in your imagination, raise it slowly via the 5 centers up the etheric spine, then to the ajna, then to the crown, and up into the soul body. And then say with conviction and knowing who you are, the following mantra. I am the soul. I am light divine. I am will. I am love. I am fixed design. And sound 1 Om as if you were the soul. Let's enter our garden. At the entrance, we stroll through arches of climbing roses, Master KH favorite flower. Clusters of flowers in abundance overhead. And choose the colors that you like. And as you stroll, let the roses gently caress your face while you breathe in the delicate aroma of the cascading colorful roses percolating through the air. Small, lovingly trimmed emerald green bushes line the stony pathway. And hear the crunch of the little stones under our feet. Along an embankment at the end of the archway, there are rows and rows of flowers. Flowers of different hues and harmonizing tones of red and yellow and pink, cream, orange, magenta, all colors. And as we create these rows, we include our favorite flowers. The blooms shed fresh petals on the path, creating a soft carpet for us to walk on, releasing their individual fragrances as we step on them. On the opposite side of the embankment, we see right in the middle of our space of harmony a lighthouse, standing tall and strong, shining beams of light in all directions as a symbol of our strong and united group soul. As we assemble there quietly, we hear a choir of birds. Fill the space with their clear, melodious notes, welcoming us to this unique space. A chorus of angelic voices sing a soft tune, accompanied by the sound of harps. Divas gently strumming the chords. Sitting still around the lighthouse, we feel the gentle warmth of the rays of the sun. Feel it on your cheeks, on the top of your head, on your chest and arms, and at the back of your body. In the background, the breeze softly swishing through the tall eucalyptus trees chants a melodic lullaby. We are told by DK that eucalyptus trees are the most advanced in the vegetable kingdom. So that's why they have a place of pride in our garden. These majestic trees cast their protective shadows on the grass as sunlight peeps through this peaceful garden. Around the lighthouse, we see a large, quiet pool, crystal clear waters. Flowing from the pool, we see rivulets as we hear the gentle trickle of water. We also see 3 wider streams of golden water flowing steadily. Across them are curved wooden bridges. In one area of the pool, float lotuses of all colors, in all stages of bloom. Some are in full bloom, revealing their gorgeous jewel, while others are just budding and barely showing their true color, all reflecting their light in the healing waters. Just beyond the pool, a hidden path leads to a cozy and serene corner. A few chairs and a bench, and a small fountain containing supercharged, vitalizing water, perfumed by a single floating lotus, create just the perfect spot for an informal sharing of one's difficulties or words of wisdom. Inhale the perfume of the flowers, imbuing and permeating the air. Everything in this garden quivers with livingness. And you can bring in anybody that you'd love to send healing to. Bring them in that area of our garden. In the distance, we hear the soothing sound of water, and we follow it. We come to a tranquil pool where cascading water gently hugs rocks as it joyfully spills in the blue pool below, while bubbles of spray ricochet spiritedly in the air. Lush ferns alongside the rocks, draping in the water, enhance the serenity of the place, while the fiery brilliance of the orange and red leaves of surrounding trees brings warmth and invigorating energy to the area. In our mind's eye, we follow a pathway which leads us to flower beds. They are a riot of spring color, of reds and creams and yellows and pinks, of such vibrancy, winding their way like a gentle living stream among the trees. A row of violet flowers on either side of the meandering bed happily follows the path of the flowers as this release their subtle perfume. Butterflies flutter through the air with their iridescent wings, attracted by the silent serenade of the blooms. They are like the flowers of the air. Their delicate and fragile wings are like floating petals, catching the light and twinkling like diamonds in the air. Buzzing bees surf the open spaces from flower to flower, seeking pollen, which looks like scintillating, bright golden pixie dust. Nearby, the soft and gentle babble of the sound of the fountains reaches our ears. Lush green grass lines a gentle stream like a soft, velvety carpet. Feel the coolness of the grass. Let all your senses be wide open. The air is full of the sweet fragrance of the flowers in full bloom, adorning the fringes of the stream in this tranquil garden, quivering with life. And this garden that we've just created is our garden, our group garden. But let's take a moment to add a little corner which has our individual touch. Add the colors, the unique features and flora of your own country that you'd like to blossom in this serene space. Let's now invite the presence and cooperation of the healing devas working under the Christ and Master DK. Visualize them in our garden, enlivening it with their magnetism. And now sitting quietly, our hearts beating as one. Let's link up with each other as we say the healer's mantra aloud together. With purity of motive, inspired by a loving heart, we offer ourselves for this work of healing. This offer we make as a group and to the ones we seek to heal. we open our inner eyes, endeavoring to hold our mind unwaveringly in the light. We know that Master DK too stands steady, pouring out upon us his love and strength, and endeavoring to lift us up into a higher state of consciousness. We're now receptive to Master DK's radiant energy. The light of the lighthouse begins to shine brighter and brighter, intensifying gradually. Soon the light begins to take shape, and a definite figure appears. And it is that of Master DK's. From the lighthouse, waves of golden light stream through our group, irradiating the garden around us, enlivening it even more, imbuing our garden with a second ray of love and wisdom, and a sixth ray of devotion from Neptune. Feel the energy of unconditional love fill the space and our heart. Cancer, one arm of the cardinal cross, deals with holes. In Cancer, the purificatory waters of experience begin their beneficent work. This is begun upon the cardinal cross because that cross deals only with holes and therefore with mass experience. Let's explore Hercules' fourth test, the capture of the dome, so that we can really understand what DK means by the cardinal cross dealing with holes, or with the whole. Hercules is given a test to decide which voice of the many voices will arouse the obedience of his heart. A test which will awaken on the inner side of life the fullness of his wisdom and the rightness of his power to choose. Hercules hears the voices of two maidens, which claim the dough is theirs. They are the symbols of the two lower aspects of mind, the subconscious and the intellectual consciousness. The maiden Artemis, bright circle of the moon, which is the home of Artemis, we are told. The moon, symbol of the form, thus instinct, mass consciousness, animal instinct or instinctual response to one's environment. The other maiden, Diana, the huntress of the heavens, symbol of the intellect, human ideas, or the lower mind, both symbols of the two aspects of consciousness belonging to the three lower worlds or to form. Another voice falls on his ear and with commanding accents said, "The dough belongs to neither maid, O Hercules, but to the god whose shrine you see on yonder distant mount. Go, rescue it, and bear it to the safety of the shrine, and leave it there." The golden foe, fawn or the doe, symbol of the intuition, buddhi, the life aspect seated in the heart, or the soul, the heart of monadic life. The doe belongs to the god whose shrine you see on yonder distant mount, meaning that both lower aspects of consciousness must be transmuted into intuition, the one consciousness. From hill to hill and wood to wood, he hunted it until close to the quiet pool, full length upon the untrampled grass. He saw it sleeping, wearied with its flight, exciting all the will of which he was possessed. He nearer drew, and yet the doe moved not. Thus he drew close and clasped the doe within his arms, close to his heart. "The search is over," he chanted loud. "At each point reached, the maidens turned my steps, but still I did persist, and now the doe is mine. The doe is mine, mine by long search and travel, and mine likewise, because I hold the doe close to my heart." Not so, O Hercules, came to his ears the voice of the one who stands close to the great presiding one within the council of the chamber of the Lord. "The doe belongs not to a son of man, even though a son of God. Carry the doe to yonder distant shrine where dwell the sons of God, and leave it there with them." "And are you not a son of God, although a son of man? And is the shrine not also your abode? And share you not the life of all who dwell therein? Bear to the shrine of God the sacred doe, and leave it there, O Son of God, the temple of the Lord, the shrine of the Sun God, the distant shrine where dwell the sons of God." So Hercules' lesson in Cancer is think in terms of the whole ashram, of the whole humanity. Hercules is learning the lesson of group consciousness, wholeness, detachment from the form, and identification with spirit, the one life. All souls are one and share the same life force and made of the same life. The part is the whole and not separate from it. The one life flows through the whole of humanity and through all the lower kingdoms. And this is the voice which Hercules is hearing, arising from his heart. This is the test which awakened on the other side of life the rightness of his power to choose. God breathed into men's nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. In these words, you have established the relation which exists in the mind of God between spirit, the breath of life, the soul, consciousness, and man, the form, the three aspects of divinity. The essential unity, lying as it does outside of conscious and known reality, takes place first of all in this sign, Cancer, one of the most ancient of the signs. So let's use our creative imagination to symbolically hold a golden form in our arms, close to our heart, and let's carry it to a part of our garden, that distant shrine where dwell the sons of God, and leave it there with them. So as we gather in our garden on the inner plane, look around and be mindful of our group. Understand deeply that there is no my soul or thy soul. There is not only one soul, one consciousness, but only one life that flows through all of us. The life of the Logos. So feel the power of the one life flow through our group, and let the wave of the one life permeate our garden, enlivening it, and sense the garden around us, imbuing it. Cancer, the light within the form. This is the diffused light of substance itself, the dark light of matter. It's the light awaiting the stimulation coming from the soul light. And the keynote for the disciple is, I build a lighted house and therein dwell. And Cancer is the sign of manifestation, the sign of the form, the light of matter, transmitting ray 3 and ray 7. The form or the manifested universe is the receptacle for the soul or consciousness and the life within. And on the higher turn of the spiral, the causal body is also the chalice for Buddhi, the life and the will to good. So let's see our garden as a lighted house on the inner plane with DK at the summit of our lighthouse, symbol of our united soul group, beaming and radiating the one life. And may our garden be a chalice for the power of the one life, of intuition, of Buddhi, and the will to good, nourishing and sustaining the heart of every blade of grass, every flower, every lotus, every tree, and every molecule of water and of air of our garden. And now let's make use of our garden by visualizing the flow of unconditional love or the will to good, emanating from the triangle, the avatar of synthesis, the spirit of peace, and the Lord Buddha, overshadowing the Christ at the center. Thus the Christ, with a fused energy of love and wisdom, with the aid of the avatar of synthesis and of the Buddha, and under the influence of the spirit of peace and of equilibrium, can implement and direct the energies which will produce the new coming civilization. He will see demonstrating before his eyes the true resurrection, the emergence of mankind from the imprisoning cave of materialism. So let's superimpose the radiating triangle on another triangle consisting of the Christ, the Master, and our soul group to form one blended triangle. Then superimpose this blended triangle on our group chakric triangle as we vitalize it. And this group is comprised of the group crown chakra, our group ajna, and our group alta major, as we bring the energy of the will to good of the one life onto the etheric plane, Now let's direct this dispelling radiance via our group Ajna right eye, left eye triangle, and place the blended triangle, impressing it over the 3 planetary centers triangle, London, Geneva, and New York. And think big, my friends. Let your imagination soar. As the one life is essentially love. See these 3 planetary centers being enlivened and be distributed throughout the etheric body of humanity. Giving life to all the chakras of humanity. Creating a tsunami of goodwill in humanity. And let us sound one Om, and let us see it carry the will to good, the one life, essential love, as we direct it to humanity via these 3 planetary outlets. And let us say the healer's mantra in a low voice, saying it slowly and deliberately as we believe in the results. May the love of the one soul focused in this group radiate upon you, our fellow men, and permeate every part of your body, healing, soothing, strengthening, and dissipating all that hinders service and good health. May the life and light of intuition of Cancer fill the hearts of all those who are touched by our garden, and may it become a light which guides the crying ones onto the place of light. Now let's intone the powerful first and second invocation as a group soul, saying them with intensity of feeling, in unison with hierarchy on the inner planes, as we grasp their significance and believe that they embody the will of the planetary logos. The first invocation. Let the forces of light bring illumination to mankind. Let the spirit of peace be spread abroad. May men of goodwill everywhere meet in a spirit of cooperation. May forgiveness on the part of all men be the keynote at this time. Let power attend the efforts of the great ones. And so let it be, and help us to do our part. The second invocation. Let the Lords of Liberation issue forth. Let them bring succor to the sons of men. Let the rider from the secret place come forth, and coming save. Come forth, O Mighty One. Let the souls of men awaken to the light, and may they stand with massed intent. Let the fiat of the Lord go forth. The end of woe has come. Come forth, O Mighty One. The hour of service of the saving force has now arrived. Let it be spread abroad, O Mighty One. Let light and love and power and death fulfill the purpose of the coming one. The will to save is here. The love to carry forth the work is widely spread abroad. The active aid of all who know the truth is also here. Come forth, O Mighty One, and blend these three. Construct a great defending wall. The rule of evil now must end. So just like Christ does daily, standing under the great pine tree in his garden at sunset, with hands uplifted and blessing over all those who truly and earnestly seek to aspire, let us picture a great pine tree in our garden. And let's gather around the Christ and Master DK and the healing ashram. Let's gather under it, saying the great invocation together, and hear all of us say it with your inner ears, together with the healing ashram. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth and sound blue om and feel it reverberating on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. And now raise your clasp hands above the head and say, and so let it be, and help us to do our part. Then bring them down to your forehead and let them rest on your heart. May the blessings of the Christ and of hierarchy rest upon all true servants, and may they stand tranquil in the midst of strife. May the light of the garden of our souls Be on the inner plane what the sun is to the gardens of the world, a safe and serene haven, a place of gathering and a healing light, uh, and a healing pool of light and life for many.